You've just opened your eyes to a new dawn. And in this very moment, before you even leave your bed, before any thought about what needs to be done or solved, I want you to pause, just for an instant, because this isn't just another ordinary day. This is the day you choose to awaken differently, with awareness, with love, with the intention to raise your vibrational frequency and align yourself with everything that is most beautiful and luminous in the universe. Perhaps you still feel the weight of sleep in your eyes, or some worry whispering in the back of your mind. Perhaps you carry emotional residue from yesterday, that sensation that something remained incomplete, or the weariness from trying so hard, doing so much, giving so much. It's okay, my dear. You are human. You feel. You live each experience intensely. And it's precisely because of this that you deserve to begin this day in a new way, lighter, more aligned with who you truly are. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of peace. I am aligned with all the abundance the universe has to offer me. Repeat this with me, softly, like a whisper to your own heart. Let these words penetrate not just your mind, but every cell in your body. Because the vibrational frequency you emit in this moment is creating the reality you will experience throughout the day. Your thoughts, your emotions, your words, all of this is energy in motion. And you have the power, yes. You have always had the power to choose at what frequency you wish to vibrate. Take a deep breath now. Breathe in slowly and deeply, feeling the pure air entering your lungs, carrying oxygen, carrying life, carrying renewal to every part of your being. And as you exhale, release. Release the tension. Release the rush. Release everything that no longer belongs to you. In this moment, you are giving yourself permission to be exactly who you are, without demands, without judgments, without external pressures. You are at peace with yourself. Now, still lying down or sitting, place one of your hands over your heart. Feel its beats. Feel life pulsing within you. This beating heart is proof that you are alive, that you matter, that you have a sacred purpose in this world. And as you feel this pulsation, this rhythmic dance of life happening inside your chest, allow yourself to recognize something fundamental. You don't need to wait to be happy. You don't need to conquer anything to deserve peace. You don't need to be different from who you already are to be worthy of love. The elevation of your vibrational frequency begins here, in this simple and profound recognition. When you choose thoughts of gratitude, of self-love, of trust, you automatically raise your energy and attract situations, people, and opportunities that resonate with this same elevated vibration. It's not magic, my dear. It's the universal law of attraction, responding to the energy you emit like an echo, responds to the sound of your voice. Think of a garden for a moment. If you plant flower seeds, you harvest flowers. If you plant weed seeds, that's what grows. Your mind is that garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. And this morning moment, this first conscious contact with the new day, is when you choose what to plant. Do you want to cultivate anxiety or peace, fear or trust, scarcity or abundance? I trust in the process of life. Everything I need comes to me at the perfect moment. I am aligned with my highest good. Let these words become your truth, because they always were truth. You just needed to remember. Look around now. Observe the morning light entering through the window, gently touching the objects around you. That light is a gift. It's a symbol of new beginnings, of renewal, of hope that never fades. Just as the sun rises every day, you too have the opportunity to be reborn with each dawn. You are not bound to yesterday's mistakes. You are not limited by the doubts you've carried until now. In this exact instant, you are free to choose a new version of yourself. And I know that sometimes this can seem difficult. I know there are mornings when you wake up and the first thing you feel is that weight, that resistance. Perhaps they are painful memories that insist on visiting. Perhaps they are old patterns you swore to leave behind, but still appear like familiar shadows. Perhaps it's simply the accumulated weariness of carrying so much alone. And it's here, my dear, where we need to speak about these resistances with tenderness. You are not failing when you feel difficulty in raising your frequency. You are not doing anything wrong when the weight seems greater than the lightness. These resistances are invitations to a deeper understanding. They are parts of you asking to be seen, held, loved. And when you face them not with force or control, but with compassion, something magical happens. The chains begin to break. The doors begin to open. Breathe with these difficult parts of you, not against them. Breathe and say internally, I see you. I acknowledge your pain, and I choose to release you with love. Because forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or justifying. Forgiving means releasing the weight you no longer need to carry. It's opening the windows of your soul so fresh air can enter, renewing everything. I forgive myself for all the times I was hard on myself. I release all guilt that no longer serves me. I choose lightness. Close your eyes once more and visualize a golden, warm light enveloping your entire body. This light comes from above, from the sky, from the cosmos, from the infinite universe that sustains you. It descends gently to the crown of your head and begins to flow through every part of your being. Feel this light healing, purifying, illuminating. It dissolves emotional blockages, cleanses dense energies, dispels old fears. You are being filled with light, with love, with inner strength. You are becoming a pure channel of elevated energy. This is not just a beautiful visualization, dear one. It's a practice of alignment. When you consciously connect with something greater than yourself, whether the universe, divine energy, or that profound wisdom dwelling within you, you automatically raise your frequency. You step out of the smallness of everyday fears and enter the vastness of your true nature. You remember that you are not alone. You remember that you are always protected, always guided, always supported. There is an inner voice within you that knows the way, a wisdom that knows what's best, that guides you when you choose to listen. That voice never abandoned you. It's always present, even in moments of confusion. And the more you raise your frequency, the clearer that voice becomes. The more you align with love, with peace, with gratitude, the easier it becomes to perceive the signs, the synchronicities, the doors that open. And it's here that gratitude becomes your greatest ally. Gratitude is not just saying thank you. Gratitude is a state of being. It's recognizing that even in difficulties, there are hidden gifts. It's perceiving that you already have so much, even when something seems to be missing. It's opening your eyes to the subtle miracles that happen every day. That unexpected conversation that made you smile. That ray of sunlight that touched your face. That moment of inner peace that arose from nowhere. When you begin the day with gratitude, you multiply the reasons to be grateful. It's like lighting a candle in the darkness. Light attracts more light. Acknowledged abundance expands, and you perceive that miracles are not extraordinary events falling from the sky. Miracles are subtle internal shifts that completely transform the way you experience life. You don't need to control everything, my dear. You don't need to have all the answers. In fact, the more you try to control, the more resistance you create. Life has a natural flow, an intelligence greater than any human planning. And when you surrender to that flow, when you trust, when you release the need to know exactly how everything will happen, you allow the universe to work in your favor in ways you could never imagine. Contrast this with anxiety. Anxiety is trying to control the future. It's living tomorrow before today has happened. It's exhausting your energy trying to foresee and prevent all possible problems. And that, dear one, keeps you in a low, heavy, dense frequency. But when you choose to trust, when you breathe and say, I trust the process, you release a completely different energy. You become light. You flow. You allow. I am open to receiving everything the universe has for me. I trust in the flow of life. I am deserving of every good experience. Now, if it makes sense for you in this moment, take a piece of paper and a pen, or open the notes on your phone, and reflect on these questions. What do I believe about myself that is limiting my vibrational frequency? Do I believe that it's too late to change? Do I believe that I'm not good enough? Do I carry the belief that happiness is for others, not for me? Write down these beliefs, bring them to light, and then, with all the compassion you have, look at each one and ask, is this really true? Or is it just a story I've been telling myself for so long that it began to seem real? Because it's never too late, dear one. Never. As long as you breathe, as long as your heart beats, you have the opportunity to begin again. Life has no expiration date for transformation. You don't need to be 20 years old or 30 years old or any specific age to deserve peace, joy, love. You deserve it now, exactly as you are. And the idea that you're not good enough? That is perhaps the cruelest lie we learn to believe. You are enough. You always have been. Not because you did something extraordinary, not because you conquered something grand, but simply because you exist. Your existence is the miracle. Everything else is just unfolding. Observe with gentleness when those old beliefs appear. Don't fight against them. Don't judge yourself for having them. Just observe. See them as clouds passing in the sky of your consciousness. They come, they go. But the sky, the vastness of your true nature, remains untouched. Rise now. With this renewed awareness, feel your feet touching the ground. This contact with the earth grounds you, stabilizes you, reminds you that you belong here. You are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be. And each step you take today will be guided by that elevated frequency you chose to cultivate from the very first moment of the day. As you prepare for your morning routine, keep this intention alive. As you drink water, imagine you're purifying your body, washing away not just physical thirst, but also stagnant energies. As you shower, visualize that you're washing not just the physical body, but also the heavy energies you absorbed from the previous day. Water is purification. Water is renewal. Let it carry away everything that no longer serves you. As you eat, give thanks for the food that nourishes you. Acknowledge the journey that food made to reach your table. Give thanks to the earth, to the sun, to the rain, to the hands that planted and harvested. When you bring this awareness to the act of eating, you're not just nourishing the body, you're raising the vibration of everything around you. Each action can be a sacred act when you bring presence and intention to it. You're beginning to perceive, aren't you, that you have the power to transform even the simplest moments into meaningful experiences. That you don't need to wait for great events to feel whole. That happiness, peace, and fulfillment are available to you now, in this instant, when you choose to align with the frequency of love. This doesn't mean you won't have challenges. This doesn't mean everything will be perfect, but it means you'll have a solid foundation from which to operate. It means you won't be shaken by every wind that blows. It means you'll have an internal reference point, an anchor of peace to which you can always return. Throughout this day, whenever you feel your energy dropping, that weariness or worry is trying to dominate you, stop for a moment. Breathe consciously. Place your hand on your heart again. Remember who you are. Remember that you are an extension of the divine, a unique and precious manifestation of life. And choose, once more, to raise your frequency. This is not escapism, my dear. This is not pretending problems don't exist. This is choosing to respond to challenges from a place of center, of strength, of clarity. When you're at an elevated frequency, you find solutions you couldn't see before. You act with more wisdom. You make decisions aligned with your highest good. And you are not alone on this journey. The universe conspires in your favor. Life wants to see you happy, fulfilled, at peace. And the more you align with this truth, the more miracles you witness. Not necessarily external miracles, though those happen too, but that internal transformation that changes everything. The way you see, how you feel, how you respond to the world. You begin to notice synchronicities. A message that arrives exactly when you needed to hear it. A person who appears at the right moment with the right words. An opportunity that emerges unexpectedly. This is not coincidence. This is the universe responding to the frequency you're emitting. And when you witness these moments, give thanks. Acknowledge them. Celebrate them. Because gratitude feeds more gratitude. Abundance feeds more abundance. Love feeds more love. Today, you are committed to your elevation. You are saying yes to your best version. You are opening space for light to flow through you and illuminate not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Because when you shine, you inspire others to shine too. When you heal, you contribute to collective healing. When you raise your frequency, you raise the frequency of the world. Don't underestimate the power of your personal transformation. Don't think your internal efforts don't matter. Every time you choose love instead of fear, every time you choose peace instead of anxiety, every time you choose gratitude instead of complaint, you are creating waves of energy that spread far beyond what you can see. You are more powerful than you imagine. You are more capable than you believe. And you are infinitely more loved than any doubt ever tried to make you believe. Move forward with confidence, with lightness, with an open heart. This day is yours. This day is a blank canvas waiting to be painted with the colors of your intention. And you, beautiful soul, you are the artist. You are the creator of your reality. You are powerful beyond measure. When night comes and you lay your head on the pillow, you will look back and see a day lived with awareness, with presence, with love. You will see moments when you chose to rise, even when it was easier to sink. You will see small miracles that perhaps before went unnoticed. And you will fall asleep in peace, knowing you honored yourself, you honored life, you honored this sacred journey of self-discovery and elevation. And tomorrow, when you open your eyes again, you will begin anew, because each dawn is a new invitation. Each breath is a new chance. Each beat of your heart is a new declaration that you are here. You are alive. You are ready to shine. May this day be guided by light, protected by love, and aligned with your highest purpose. You deserve all the good that life has to offer, and it all begins here, now, in this sacred dawn where you chose to raise your frequency and find the universe in the most intimate space of your own heart. I am light. I am love. I am one with the universe. With infinite love and light, go forward. The universe walks with you, with every step, with every breath, with every moment of elevated consciousness you choose to create. You are not just living, you are blossoming. You are becoming. And that, my dear, that is the greatest miracle of all.